Hello everyone and welcome in our new daily technical analysis video brought to you by the market research team at ONEPRO. And today we're going to have a look on the markets. How could we trade the dollar, the euro, pound, gold, etc., etc.? What are the trading opportunities that we could have during the day, especially that we had some great moves during this week? So let's start quickly by having a look on the weekly time frame for the dollar index. I'll tell you why in a moment. So basically, the dollar index on a weekly time frame has been trending lower since roughly mid-October of 2022. And since January of this year, we have been trading in a sideways range. Basically, during the previous week, we can see that the dollar index succeeded in breaking below this correction or breaking the support, which was around 100.75 roughly. So this means, in a sense, a continuation of the previous downward trend. However, please make sure or please note that we are having this bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. So yes, although we expect a continuation of the downward trend on the longer time frame, I don't really believe that the dollar will still move lower, much lower. We still have a small room of downward moves on the dollar index, and that's on the weekly time frame. So personally, I'll be looking for the levels of 98.50 as the nearest support on the weekly time frame. And I know this is something that we will be having on a long time frame. However, we will need this in a moment because on the 4-hour time frame, we have been moving lower during this past week and the beginning of this week, and this was where we basically broke below the 100.75 support, and we can see it's a brilliant move to the downside. However, we never had any corrections for this move, which started basically around 103.60 down till the 99.56. So during today's session, I do believe that we are starting to see support here, and yes, we will be able to see an upward correction during the day. Where will this upward correction move, or what are the targets that we're having here? I do believe that the levels of 38.20% Fibonacci would be a decent target that we could have for today's long trades on the dollar, because it's just around 101.10, which is basically a previous level of support, a brilliant level of support. We broke below, and yes, we will be retargeting this as resistance today. So although on the long term, on the weekly time frame, we are still a little bit bearish on the dollar index. However, on the short time frame, we expect an upward move during today just to retrace part of the previous move, and off we go. We will continue the move lower. This is basically what I'm looking to expect on the dollar index. This is how I'm going to trade the dollar index during this week and basically the next week leading up to the FOMC meeting. Let's have a quick look on the same chart on the opposite side, which is the euro versus the US dollar. Basically, on a daily time frame, we have reached the levels of the upper limit of the bullish price channel, which means that, yeah, we can see here some, let's say, not bearish price action, however, indecision candles around a very key support and resistance levels. In this case, it's a resistance. This means basically we will be heading lower, at least for a correction. So exact chart on the opposite side, we have this Fibonacci retracement. This time it's an upward trend. We also have a key resistance, a previous resistance, which was basically breached. And I do expect we will be having this retracement to retarget the levels of 1.11, which is as well the levels of 38.20 percent Fibonacci retracement. This is something I'll be looking for. The pound is a little bit, indecisive here because it's one step ahead of the euro. It has already retraced to the levels of 38.20%. So during the day, I think it won't stop at the 38.20%, and we will be looking to target the next Fibonacci retracement, which is around 50%. And this is the one which we're having a cluster of support here, which is 1.2863. So I do believe that we will be having a more bearish move on the pound of around 60 to 80 or 90 pips. The dollar yen is great. It's absolutely amazing because we are having on the daily time frame what seems to be a lower low. This whole upward trend, or which is basically a correction, has ended here because we have already breached the previous low. A new lower low is in place. However, during the day as well, uh, we expect an upward move on the dollar, so we expect it on the dollar yen as well. And we will be looking to target the levels of 140.22. This is how we're going to play with the dollar yen. And gold basically on the other side, we are facing a make or break level because during this downward move, we had this downward move. One, correction to the upside. Two, so it's a lower low and a lower high. However, we are testing the previous high here. And reaching this level definitely means that this downward trend has been reversed to the upside. However, I don't really believe this will happen today or during this period. I do expect a downward move from this level first. I'm talking about the level of 1983 dollars per ounce. So on the 4 hour time frame, this is the level of resistance I'm looking for. We already reached this level during today's trading. I mean, yesterday's trading, exactly, it's 18th of July. And we kind of saw some bearish price action here. So as long as we're trading below the 1983 and this level holds as resistance, we'll basically continue to move lower. And the target should be at least 1950. This is what we will be looking at during today's trading. That was basically a very quick look on the top, let's say, financial assets that you always ask us for. So this is the dollar, the euro, pound, as well as the dollar yen and gold trading. If you have any other further questions or instruments that you would like us to analyze, please let us know in the comments. And please follow us for more daily technical analysis video brought to you by the Market Research Team. Thank you very much. Stay safe.